Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Graph Theory. Today I am going to discuss on some further definitions, examples and results in graph theory. Okay, let's start with directed graph. By a directed graph G, briefly called digraph, we mean a triple V, E, gamma where as previous V is the vertex set containing the vertices V1, V2, so on, Vm and so on. It must be a non-empty set. E equals E1, E2, En and so on is a set. It may be empty of elements called arcs or directed edges. Previously, the elements E1, E2, En were called edges, but in this definition they are called directed edges or arcs. And as usual, gamma E2 V cross V is a function that assigns to each arc E an ordered pair. Here it must be an ordered pair Vi Vj. So clearly Vi Vj ordered pair is not same as ordered pair Vj Vi of vertices. Now gamma of some arc E equals Vi Vj. That means it starts from Vi and ends at Vj. Then Vi is called the tail and Vj is called the head of the arc E. Vi is called tail and Vj is called the head. An arc is directed from its tail to its head. Thus, an arc E of a digraph is a loop if its tail and the head are the same. This is obvious. Now let us take some example and draw the digraph. Let V equal to the vertex set containing the vertices V1, V2, V3 and V4. Here it is V1, V2, V3 and V4. E is the edge set containing the edges, actually directed edges E1, E2 up to E7, and the incidence relation is defined as follows. Then the digraph is here. This is the digraph. Look, there is a definite direction of each directed edge or arc. Okay, look, gamma of E1 is ordered pair V1, V3. That means it starts from V1. And ends at V3. This is E1, directed edge E1. That's all. Next, come to the definition underlined graph. Let G equals V, E, gamma be a digraph. The underlined graph of G is the graph obtained by removing all the edge directions. Okay, that means a graph obtained from a directed graph. That means it is an undirected version of a directed graph. That's all. Next, finite and infinite graphs. Although in our definition of a graph, neither the vertex set V nor the edge set E need be finite. In most of the theory and almost all applications, these sets are taken to be finite. Okay. Now a graph with a finite number of vertices as well as a finite number of edges is called a finite graph. Otherwise, it is an infinite graph. Actually, I cannot draw the whole diagram of an infinite graph. This is a portion of an infinite graph, just like there are some other vertices and from there is some edges and so on. Okay. Next, a very important problem in graph theory. So that the maximum number of edges in a simple graph, that means a graph containing no parallel edges or no loops, in a simple graph with n vertices is half into n minus 1. So consider G as a simple graph with n vertices. Let Vi be any arbitrary vertex of G. Now G is given to be finite. So the maximum number of edges incident with Vi is n minus 1. Why this is? Because this is a simple graph, so there is no loop or no parallel edges. So at most there is n minus 1 edges incident with that particular vertex Vi, and this is true for every vertex of that graph. Okay. Also, since each edge is incident with two vertices, because there is some starting vertex and an ending vertex, so each edge is incident with two vertices, and for a loop its ending vertex and starting vertex are the same. We must have this sum of degree of all vertices equals number of vertex is n, and each vertex is incident with at most n minus 1 edges. So total n into n minus 1 equals twice the maximum number of edges. Hence the maximum number of edges should be n into n minus 1 divided by 2. That means half into n into n minus 1. That's all. Okay. Next definition is multigraph and pseudograph. A graph G equals V, E, gamma is called a multigraph if it contains some parallel edges or multiple edges. Clear? In a multigraph, no loops are allowed. That means a graph having only parallel edges but no loops is called a multigraph. And a pseudograph is a graph which contains loops as well as parallel edges. Okay. Now, very important definition, complete graph. Note that it must be a simple graph. That means having no loop or parallel edges. A simple graph in which every pair of vertices is joined by an edge. Every pair of vertices is joined by an edge is called a complete graph. That means in a complete graph there is no isolated vertex. A complete graph with n vertices is denoted by Kn. Here are some examples of complete graph. This is the only complete graph with a single isolated vertex, and all other complete graph there is no isolated vertex. Okay. Next result, let G be a complete graph with n vertices, then G contains exactly half n into n minus 1 edges. Okay, first consider G to be a complete graph with n vertices, Vi where I is from 1 to n, that means V1, V2 up to Vn. Okay, let Vi any arbitrary vertex of that graph G. Now G is given to be complete, so each of the remaining n minus 1 vertices must be adjacent to Vi. Clear? Look at any figure. Suppose this is Vi. Since this is complete, then this is incident with remaining other vertices, other two vertices connected by an edge with the remaining two vertices. And here it is. Suppose this is Vi and this must be connected with remaining three vertices. Okay, this is. Each of the remaining n minus 1 vertices must be adjacent to Vi. Hence d of Vi is equal to exactly n minus 1 for all I equal to 1 to up to n. Thus we have sum of the degrees of all vertices, that means summation over I equal to 1 to n, d of Vi is equal to for n vertices n, and for each vertex n minus 1, so total n into n minus 1. This is equal to twice number of edges due to handshaking lemma, 2 into number of edges. Hence total number of edges of G is exactly equal to n into n minus 1 divided by 2, that means half n minus 1. Next, another important definition, bipartite graph. A simple graph G is said to be a bipartite graph if its vertex set V can be partitioned into two non-empty disjoint subsets V1 and V2 such that each edge in G has one endpoint in V1 and the other endpoint in V2. Each edge, if there is an edge, for that edge one endpoint must be in one bipartition subset and one endpoint and the other endpoint in another bipartition subset. Okay, the pair second bracket v1 v2 is called the bipartition of G. That means all of the vertices are partitioned into these disjoint subsets v1 and v2. That means v1 union v2 equal to the whole vertex set v, and v1 v2 are called bipartition subsets. Here is some examples. Suppose this is a graph containing vertices u1, u2, v1, v2, v3 and v4. Now all the vertices are bipartitioned into two subsets, one containing u1 and u2 and the other containing v1, v2, v3 and v4. Look, for each edge one endpoint is in this subset and other endpoint in this subset. So obviously this is a bipartite graph. Okay, here the vertex set V equal to this and the bipartition subsets V1, and each edge in G has one endpoint in V1 and the other endpoint in V2. Hence G is a bipartite graph. Okay, our final definition is complete bipartite graph. That means a complete graph which is as well bipartite. A bipartite graph G whose bipartition subsets are V1 and V2 is called a complete bipartite graph if there is an edge between each pair of vertices. Note that between each pair of vertices u and v, where u is in the first bipartition subset v1 and v is from the other bipartition subset v2. A complete bipartite graph G having m vertices in one bipartition subset and n vertices in other bipartition subset is denoted by k m, n. We say that G is a complete bipartite graph on m and n vertices. Okay, look at the example. A complete bipartite graph k2, 4, that means total number of vertices in the first bipartition subset is 2 and the total number of vertices in the second bipartition subset is 4. Here it is, u1 and u2 are those two vertices in v1 and v1, v2, v3, v4 are the 4 vertices in the bipartition subset in the second bipartition subset. And look, there is an edge between each pair of vertices u and v, where u is from the first bipartition subset and v is from the second bipartition subset. Look, here it is. So this is a complete bipartite graph k24. Similarly, the another bipartition complete bipartite graph k34 is this. That's all.